to everybody in the virtual village hall, and welcome to this very hot and sunny seated swans class today. Now, I have a little weather warning message for you all on behalf of the virtual village hall. While the weather conditions are variable across the country, we will continue with our regular exercise programme. However, if weather conditions in your area are above 25 degrees, please only take part if it's safe for you to do so. If your indoor temperature reaches 28 degrees, please do not take part in this exercise session as you are at risk of heat exhaustion. It increases drastically when your indoor temperature is above 28 degrees. So what I would like to encourage is that if you are the people who are falling into that category where it's above 28 degrees indoors and above 25 outside, sit back and enjoy watching today's session, because this will save in the virtual village hall and you can always access it again when the weather has cooled down a little bit more. And we're not too bad here. It's like 25 degrees up in the northeast today. Always a breeze around here as well because I'm not too far from the sea. But it still doesn't mean it isn't too hot and we're just not used to it. That's the main thing. I think it's how much you get used to the warmer temperatures. So if you are joining in today, write in the comments where you're joining in from. I imagine you will be higher up north if you are actually joining in today's session. But of course, if you are down in the south or anywhere in the world where it is much warmer, please just watch the session today. But it'd be lovely to hear where you're taking part in today's session from. You will need a chair, nice and sturdy chair. It's best if you go for one without arms, and water. I have my water ready to go. And take a break whenever you feel you need to. Don't push beyond what you know you're capable of doing. Take regular breaks, and as I'll say again, you can always pause the session. It saves in the virtual village hall, it saves on YouTube. You can come back to access this session anytime when it's cooler and safer for you to exercise. We've got a nice gentle session today. I've gone for a water theme. Make it feel nice and cool. I'll put in lots of breaks. It's a slightly slower paced session as well today. But like I said, just be careful. If anything, err on the side of caution for today's session. Right, we're going to start off with our warm up. I appreciate it's a warm up. Maybe we should call it a cool up. So let me go back to my chair. Here we go. Because even though the temperature is warm, we do need to physically warm up for the purposes of safe dance practice. So it's different to kind of warming up as a dancer is different to standing in front of a radiator or it being a very hot day. So we still need to do a warm up even on a hot day. And we've got a beautiful piece of music, you may well know it, Seashore. So I want you to imagine that you are sat on the beach somewhere. If you've got a fan blowing on you right now, imagine that is the sea breeze. We're just going to close our eyes. It's a nice long introduction. Have a nice calm introduction. And you can just take some nice steady breaths. Imagine you can feel the sea breeze, you can hear the lapping of the water, which you can hear in the music. You can hear the gulls as well in the music. And then we'll start off and we'll take a nice gentle warm up. You can imagine that you're rubbing some sun cream on for today's session as we're warming ourselves up. But like I said, you can always watch this session if you want to today. Let's go with music. So if you want to close your eyes, nice steady breaths. Imagine you can feel the breeze. Good. When you're ready, you want to open your eyes back up again. apply the sun cream to our legs. And into your thigh, front and back around your knee. And we'll squidge it. And some tapping and patting. Good, okay, now let's go with the other leg. Around the knee. Squeeging and pressing it in, and we'll pat it in. Okay, good, let's just take a moment just to pause. Nice steady breathing again. Okay, now it's time for us to wipe off the excess sun cream. The goals again. Lovely. Okay, good. Right, so from our seashore themed warm-up, we're now going to go on to our plie and port de bras. Now, if you've done my sessions in the virtual village hall before, you will know this exercise, but we're going to take it as a theme of today. We're going to take it nice and calm. Feel free to have a drink of water if you feel you need one. As I've said before, if you feel as if you've had enough now, you can always just sit and watch the rest of the session. Okay, so this is to Moon River. Had to keep with the water theme. So feet nice and flat on the floor. Just check that you're sitting in the middle of your chair. Watch you haven't got your legs tucked underneath the chair. Feet under your knees. And we're going to ripple down through our spine. So I would say, normally when I'm teaching this, I would say imagine that your spine is like an ice cream on a hot day. And it feels very appropriate to be saying that today. So feel your head relaxing as you ripple down for our plie movement, to bend, to fold, and then rippling back up again. And then we're going to ripple back down through the spine. Feeling each bone in your spine, building back up again. Then let's go into our ballet arm position. So we'll take our arms to first position, out to second position, and then we'll lower them back down. And then we'll take our arms to first position, up to fifth position, opening out, and we'll lower back down. And we'll take some nice gentle shoulder rolls. We'll just take them nice and steady. By all means, if you want, take this exercise at your own pace. Put in little pauses whenever you need to. Nice steady breathing. Okay, and then we will take our sideways port de bras. So one arm to first, out to second, up to fifth position, shoulders down, nice long neck. Now this hand that's on your leg is going to rest down by your side. Keeping both sides of your bottom on your chair, we're going to take a little side bend. And coming back up again. So it's really important to make sure we're keeping both sides of our bottom nice and firm on the chair so we don't tip over. Arm first, to second, up to fifth position. And we reach over. And then we'll come back up again. Okay? So nice and steady for our plie and port de bras exercise. And with some nice little shoulder rolls as well. Okay, so a melting spine and ripple down. Let's ripple back up again. arms to first position, all the way up to fifth, opening out, and lowering down. Let's take some nice shoulder rolls now. Nice steady breathing. And let's go the other way. Okay, hands back on your legs. Let's just take a moment to rest. Nice deep breaths. And we'll go into our sideways port de bras. Arm first. Out to second. Up to fifth. And we'll take a little side bend. Opening out. And the other way. Arm to first. Out to second. Up. And reaching over. And we'll lower down. Good. Okay, have a quick drink, everybody. Just take a moment, stand in front of a fan if you need to. Just take a little break in the middle of the session just to cool down. And if you feel as though you've had enough for today's session, that's fine, just sit and watch. Don't forget my little message at the start that if the temperature is above 25 degrees outside, you need to be careful. And if your room is above 28 degrees, then please don't take part in today's session. Okay. Well, while everyone's just having their drinks and taking a moment to cool off, I'll tell you a little story. You know, at the weekend, the weather has just been so variable this year, and it feels crazy to think that at the weekend I went to the beach and I had to take my winter coat. I do live up in Northumberland, and it was quite a cool wind. I think it said that was in the forecast. It said it was 16, felt like 14 or something, but it definitely felt colder than that. But then suddenly today to be 25 degrees. But I'm just not used to these temperatures anymore since moving up to the northeast. So it feels much hotter than 25 today. Right, okay, hope everybody's had their water now, had a little mini rest in the middle of this exercise session today. We're now going to focus just on our feet, so we'll give our upper body a little bit of a break, and we are going to start off with our battement tendus. So we're going to slide our foot forward until it points, and then we'll close it back in again, sliding it forwards until it points and closing back in. So battement tendu, we have what we call articulated footwork in ballet. I'm just going to turn to face the side so that you can see. So it's a flat foot, and then the heel raises, and then the toes point, and then the toes melt. Well, if there's a day for the toes to melt, it will be today, isn't it? Toes melt, heel down, and back in again. Lots of melting in today's session, isn't there? We've melted the spine, and then now we've melted our feet. And melt and let them ripple through. And what that articulated footwork allows us to do, because ballerinas do this as well, we do this when we're doing our battement tendus, is it really strengthens the feet and also really helps with mobility, especially around the toes, strengthens all the little fine muscles in the feet and all in the arch of the foot as well. So it's a really beneficial exercise for us to do. As ballet dancers, we do lots of battement tendus because they're so good for our feet. Then we'll have a go at doing our grand battements, which is very similar to our battement tendu. So we point our foot in front, but then it lifts into the air until the leg straightens, point, and closing in, and then we'll go with the other leg pointing, swishing and straightening that leg, and closing it back in again. Then we'll finish off. So that's kind of the ballet section of the exercise. Then we'll go into a section just for some foot exercises. So seated heel raises. So one leg, heel up, heel down. So really trying to get a nice crease across your shoes. So your toes have stayed stuck on the floor, let me show you, but the heel is up. Good, because then that's really helping the mobility in the foot, and that's going to help with walking, just that ripple through the feet that we should naturally have. And of course, if we have that, then that helps our balance as well. Okay, and then we'll take some ankle circles, some nice big slow ankle circles. If you would prefer, when it comes around to the ankle circles, you can always take ankle circles with your leg crossed. So whichever works best for you, because we're going to take our time over these today. The trick is to keep it nice and slow when it comes to ankle circles. You whiz round, it's like a washing machine on its fast spin. We want to keep it nice and steady and slow, really, because that's, again, what does our feet look so good. So let's take our battement tendus. We have, continuing with our water theme, we have under the sea now. So we're going underwater now, we're nice and cool. Let's go with music. And point to your foot. And close. Other leg. And close. Same again. And close. Ripple through those feet. Good, now let's go on back one. So swish. And close. Same again. And swish. And close. And swish. And close. One more. Good. Right, now our heel raises. So heel up. And down. And up. And down. Other leg. Heel up. Heel down. Heel up. And down. Same again. And up. And down. And up. And down. One more. Okay, you can cross your legs now if you want to. Ankle circles. And all the way. Other foot. And now the other way. Good. Okay. A little bit of under the sea. Okay. Have a quick drink again if you want one. We'll just take a moment just before we take our next exercise. I'll just talk to you briefly about our next one. This is a little bit more of a longer, well, it's not a longer sequence, it's more of a choreography sequence. And this is to the beautiful music Le Onde. And Le Onde means the waves. So a little piece inspired by the waves of the ocean. I want you to imagine it is we'll say it's a slightly overcast day by the sea. Maybe like a mild mistiness to the sea. A term that I learned when I moved up to the northeast, a sea fret. Never even heard of that until I moved up here, and now I see them very regularly. It's shocked me actually how often they do happen. So a sea fret, it can be the most beautiful sunny day and then it ends in a thick fog. So we won't imagine it's a full thick sea fret, but we will think a really just a misty, cool day. So feet nice and flat on the floor. Some nice steady breathing. Okay, and you can close your eyes. And like I said, just imagine you can feel that nice breeze blowing on you. You know, you might have a fan blowing on you right now, and as I said before, imagine that's your sea breeze. Okay, now we will start off with a little bit of a hand exercise. So I want you to imagine your hands are in some really nice cool water. We're going to lift our hand out of the water, and you'll see the water droplets falling off, and we're going to watch them as they fall down. You can wiggle your fingers. And then the other hand, lift your hand out of the water, let the water drip off it, and falling down. Same with the other hand again, pull it out of the water. Think of it as being nice cool water. We can take these up a little bit higher if you want to. And back down. Okay, now let's recreate the waves. So with one hand, we'll push our hand forward. So we'll go elbow, wrist, fingertips. And then we'll go to the side, push to the side. Let's go with the other hand. The waves, push forwards. And then we push to the side. And they're really, really soft arms, these. So imagine it's elbow, wrist, fingertips. So elbow, heel of the hand, fingertips. Good. Okay, have a go with the other hand. Elbow, wrist, fingertips. Okay, and then we have a little moment just to pause before we go into the second half. I think we could just listen to the music, please. We can just think it. I'm absolutely fine in the space that I'm in, so I'm going to dance it fully for you so that you can see what it looks like. But feel free to just sit and watch, because we will be dancing it fully when I've taught you the second half. But I say, if you just want to visually watch it, then that's fine. Okay, let's go with music. So you can close your eyes, focusing on your breathing. And opening your eyes. So we lift the hand up. And we watch it as the water drips off. Lift your hand up, feel the drip, the drops coming off. And watch it as it falls. Lift your hand up higher if you want to. And fingers. Hold that hand. And watch it as it falls. Now we push, so to the front. Front. Let's have a go to the side. And we can go to the front. We can just do one in each direction. That's all we need to do today. And then we can have a moment to pause. And good. And those moments of pause, we can obviously just take a nice deep breath, just keeping our breathing nice and steady. From here, now we're going to imagine that there is water in front of us. You can imagine you're on like a little boat, unless you have seasickness, in which case don't imagine that you're on a boat. Just imagine you've got water in front of you. Your fingertips, we're going to trail the back of our hand in the water in front of you. Just imagine it's just in front of you, just in front of your knees. Feel the water as it's the cool water. Feel the cool water running between your fingertips. And then we're going to go round in a big circle and we're going to let the water splash and fall onto us. Splash and opening it out. And then we'll go with the other hand. Fingertips through the water. Through the water. And we'll splash and feel it all showering down on you. Nice cool water. Okay, so we started off this exercise with the drips of the hands. Then we take our pushes. We have a little moment to pause. And then we have our nice big arm circles. And then we're going to finish off with some more water splashing. We've got to do water splashing today. So imagine you're getting hold of the water between your hands, lifting it up, and we're going to splash it over us. Get hold of the water, cup it up in your hands, lift it up, splash it over us. Oh, I got a nice cool breeze on my hand, on my face when I did that. And then we'll just finish it off with some nice calm moments. Really enjoy this. I wonder if we could just pick it up from the halfway. So it would be like quarter of the way through the track. Sorry, it's a little bit before that. Okay. There we go. And open. And then we circle. Other hand and across. from the very beginning, only if you know it's safe for you to do that. As I've said, and I'll say it again, I know I've said it about 6 times in this session already, don't take part if it is too hot for you to dance today. Always access this session back when it is cooler. It saves in the virtual village hall, both on Facebook and on YouTube. Please take your health is the priority today. So this session can be accessed at any other time. Your health is the priority. Let's have a go now with music. So eyes closed, nice steady breathing. And open your eyes, lift the hand up. And watch it as it drips down. Lift your hand up, feel the water dripping off. And now, twinkling fingers. Same again. Look at the water as it drips. You can lift your hand higher. One more time. Lift it up. And watch them as they fall. Okay, now the waves. 1. And to the side. Other hand to the front. And to the side. Let's take a moment. Feel the sea breeze, nice deep breath, smelling the sea air. And eyes open. Now we swish in the water, across, and open. And feel the water as it drips onto your face. Other hand, and across, and open. And circle. Feel the water splashing. Okay, now we're going to gather up the water and splash it onto our faces. And gather up. Cup it up, splash. And same again, gather it up. And splash. And nice steady breathing. Lovely. Okay, let's finish off with our cool down now. So the feet nice and flat on the floor. We're just basically checking in with all the different parts of our body, checking they're nice and relaxed to finish off the session. Okay, so nice steady breathing. Relaxing your forehead. Feeling the muscles in your cheeks relaxing. Relaxing your neck and your shoulders. Arms are relaxed. Upper arm, lower arm, hands. Just notice the weight of your hands as they're resting on your legs. much, everybody. Stay safe, stay cool, and I'll see you very soon in the virtual village hall. Bye, everyone.